Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. And this is Summer Weekends of Action. Tonight's event will highlight a lifestyle and culture of health and income. Feel very fortunate tonight because I have a really powerful person sharing the program with me this evening.
I don't have a lot to say other than I was thinking about what's happening up here in the Boston area right now in terms of the season. We've just come through Memorial Day weekend. It's just beginning to feel like summer up here. It was 80 degrees yesterday and up in the 80s today. And the thing that's happening in my neighborhood is, and all around town, everywhere you go, there's kids on bikes, little kids, big kids. Their parents are on bikes with them or they're running after them, and everyone's outdoors. I mean, so many people are outdoors. And for those of you who have visited with me, you'll know not far from my home, there's a huge nursery called Mahoney's. And for the past 2 weeks, they open at 8, they close at 6. It's been packed every day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. No matter what time I tried to go and beat the crowd, it's packed. People are there buying plants, buying fertilizer, buying compost, filling their carts with plants. People are outdoors, they're in action. Kids are on bikes, parents are on bikes, dogs walking. And I thought, that's a silver lining a little bit to what we're enduring with this pandemic right now, at least here in the setting of New England and perhaps where you live as well. And I'm thinking, as we go forward into this summer, why not put forth a little bit more energy in sharing the Shaklee message in whatever way it fits in with you? And whatever opportunities that you have when you're out and about and you're in action this summer, think about ways that you can just be listening to others and introduce what we have to offer. It worked for me. I am honored to be head of a garden on our church property. It's called the Reno Garden, and it's a beautiful shady woodland garden. And I work with a woman there who came and started asking me about non-toxic cleaners. She knew I'd been involved with Shaklee from years ago, and we just got talking a little bit, and she was interested, and she just said, "What would you recommend?" And the conversation continued. We had conversation. We shared back and forth a little bit, and she became a member with the many Get Clean products. And it was just such a casual and fun way through my garden to introduce a new member to Shaklee. So tonight's event's going to kind of showcase what we have to offer, and just keep always in the back of your mind as summer moves along what we have to offer. Such a gift.
Pam, could I just throw in one thing about that story?
Yeah.
And that is that I believe what people are looking for is trust.
Yep.
And just the story that you've told is, it's people that you have something in common with. It doesn't mean we have to go out and be actively promoting, but people are looking for things and someone that they can trust.
Right. And I felt that way, Carolyn, because she said to me, "Well, what would you recommend?" She respected it wasn't like I said, "Go to a website, check it out." It's like, "Well, what would you recommend?" And so we had a conversation. I got to know her a little bit more, and we just, so nice.
That's great. And of course, everyone will be outside, so we'll be able to have more conversations. People are longing for conversations with people that they can trust now. Susie, you had some good insights into the viewing of this presentation that we're going to be doing tonight. You want to just share a little bit on your comments?
Sure. Yeah, I was there during the dry run of this, and I was so impressed with our speaker tonight, because I know when I made the decision to, let people know about the products, or, move on with the business or whatever, she's doing. But for me, it was a decision, and I just did it. I went out and talked and I learned as I went. And so for me, tonight is an example of taking action, walking through fear, walking through, apprehension, and just doing it. And I really encourage people to do that. When I first started the products, after the first month, I felt like it would be rude not to say something. I mean, I'm going to keep this secret. And so the speaker tonight is, very new and just learning different things and working with Joanne, but she's stepping up and, doing what she can. And doing this presentation, when I saw her do it, I was just so impressed. And afterwards, she was like, yeah, that was scary, but you would have never known, but she walked through it. And that's what I think is so important. We learn as we go. And nobody's perfect. I mean, I see people with, decades and decades of experience, making mistakes, and that's okay. We're all human. It's learning as we go. And I think that actually helps. And today I was at the hairdresser and I had my new Shaklee hand sanitizer and I just used it and said, look, thought you might want to know about this. I know you like some natural stuff. I love it. I said, I just discovered today my hands even feel softer when I use it. Just like, how many can I get? And that's it, placed her order. So it's just, sharing my experience and being authentic. And that's what our speaker tonight is. So I congratulate her for stepping out, stepping through any kind of apprehension and fear and doing the work. It's just awesome. I love seeing that.
Thanks, Susie. Next slide. We did this this past Sunday because, and it's funny, it's a great take on Susie's comment, we're all human. And that was the campaign that Shaklee started. We are all human, that Shaklee became a part of a community of people wanting to do the massive action from May 21st through May 24th. So my guest speaker and myself opted to do this presentation and invite a whole heck of a lot of people to come and join us. And I did share my story. Now, everyone on this call probably today knows my story, and we covered last Thursday, we covered about how you share your story and what you do with your story, and the important part of having it heartfelt. And we all know that that's the most important thing, because we're not necessarily a sales business as much as we are a service business. And so I'm not going to go into my story tonight so much because of everyone on knowing it. But when you do a presentation, and as we put together, this was the beginning slide, and we talked about it's time for opening up to possibilities. We talked about please don't wait, please don't worry. Life as we know it has changed, and that there are beautiful possibilities all around us now to get involved with. And we're asking you to join us for a culture of health and income. And this is just one of the presentations that we can share and introduce you to. Next slide. Okay, we're going to watch a little video. Lauren, it hasn't started. Or I don't have the sound. Did you hook in the sound when you entered, or do we have to have Scott do that?
Daily while working from anywhere. We have paid over $9 billion in commissions over 60 years to people just like you. With Shaklee, you earn money by helping people stay healthy. Known as pioneers in the nutrition industry, our founder invented the first multivitamin in the US over 100 years ago, and we've been innovating ever since. We create products that are safe, proven, and guaranteed. It's something we call the Shaklee difference. Shaklee products undergo over 10,000 tests annually for quality, with every new botanical tested for over 350 contaminants. Our products are backed by over 100 clinical studies, and we hold more than 100 global patents and patents pending. Millions of people are living proof that our products work. From astronauts to medal-winning athletes, 146 total bronze, silver, and gold medals, to people throughout the world, just like you and your family. We're so confident our products work that we guarantee them unconditionally. If you're not satisfied with any Shaklee product, you can send it back to us for a full refund, even if the container is empty. Sharing our products is meaningful and rewarding. We offer what people want and need most today: proven products for health, immune support, and safe cleaning. In fact, our Get Clean product line has been featured on Oprah and includes a product you can use to disinfect your home. We also have proven products for the whole family in every major consumer category, including health, weight, beauty, sports, and more. Sharing our products is as simple as asking someone to replace what they already use with healthier and more effective options. With Shaklee, you also have the ability to start sharing and earning from your phone from the comfort of your house. We give you everything you need to get started. We provide you with your own personal website. We supply the inventory, and you can get paid by direct deposit to your bank account. How much you earn is up to you. The more you share, the more you earn. You can share a little and earn extra cash, or you can share a lot and be on your way to earning additional income with Shaklee. Now is a great time to start. We know these are challenging times for many families. That's why Shaklee is offering the Shaklee Stimulus Plan to make it easier than ever to get started and get rewarded for sharing. Right now, you can join for only $25. We'll also give you a free website for 3 months. You can earn cash daily for selling one of our challenge kits, the Immunity Challenge Pack and the Prove It Challenge Pack. You will receive $25 for each kit you sell. And for every 3 kits you sell in a month, instead of $75, we'll double it for a total of $150. And Shaklee is guaranteeing $1,000 to anyone who joins us before June 30th and reaches certain sales goals. You will receive $1,000 from Shaklee when you sell 9 challenge kits, enroll 3 people to start a Shaklee business, and help 3 people place a second order with Shaklee. And you can keep earning. With Shaklee, you can grow a business by sharing and building a team. You can earn real money working from anywhere and sharing wellness for all. Why wait? Join us and start earning with Shaklee today.
Okay, that is the, I don't know how many of you have gone to the Shaklee website to look at making money from anywhere, but it's the presentation all put together for us. And what I love about this slide is be a part of $9 billion in commissions paid over 63 years. And we know, and I know that they've never missed a paycheck. That check keeps coming in every month. And I know a lot of people who aren't having that good fortune of what a Shaklee business can provide. And that's why we're using this as an opportunity presentation for new people, and can be done by anyone who's starting a business just by using the materials Shaklee has. Next slide. Lauren, I can't remember if this is you or me.
I can take it if you want, but I believe it is.
Sure, go ahead. I want to introduce Lauren B. Bozarg-Mayer, and she is a new person involved in Shaklee. She's put together this whole presentation, by the way, everyone, and she's going to share some of the information as well. So Lauren, go ahead.
Well, I have always been big on health. I have a very heavy background where my parents both had cancer. So I have always been an advocate for staying healthy. And to find a company like Shaklee that allows us to go ahead and make health a priority has been awesome to be a part of. And I'm really excited to share this with other people and just give them hope for a healthier future.
And of course, that we talked about the Shaklee difference. You know, they're safe, the 350 tests against harmful contaminants, 100 patents published in scientific papers. And, you know, if Shaklee were a country in the last Olympics, we'd be number 8 in the world for the amount of medals that we won. And of course, they're 100% money back guarantee. You can eat everything of the whole bottle of supplements or shake, and if you want your money back, Shaklee will give it to you.
Products that people want and need today. As I've said, health is super important to me. It's something that I truly value, and that's something that I want to pass on to my kids. I have a 2.5-year-old and a 9-month-old, and just getting them on a healthy start here in life is extremely important to me and my husband. Immunity. I've been taking the Nutriferon and I feel great. It's between the Vitalizer and the Nutriferon supplement, it has really helped me to have a ton of energy and just be more present and able to actually hang in there with my kids because they're so young and they keep me busy. So it's been great to take that and feel as good as I do. And the cleaning, especially now during this time, during the pandemic, the cleaning is extremely important. Right now, there's this strain going around that affects kids, and it's one of the biggest reasons that I keep my children home. They don't see my parents, they don't see anyone else, and to know that there are products out there that are safe for me to use while it's so important to keep my house clean has been awesome. It's been an extremely important reason why I love the Shaklee products as much as I do. And then everything you need to live a cleaner and healthier life. As I said before, the nutrition is something that I'm trying to get a little bit more into. We do like to be healthy, but so far the Life Shake and the Vitalizer has been great. They also offer healthy weight, healthy beauty, and healthy home. And the Basic Age is something that I've been trying recently, and it has been amazing. It's made such a difference in the chemicals that I see in our home being used, and just keeping my kids safe and clean at the same time. So this is something that is extremely important to me. As I've said a couple times now, I have my 2 little boys, and being home with them is so important to me. I've been a stay-at-home mom for about 1.5 years now, ever since we found out we were expecting our 2nd little boy. And just to know that there's an option for me to work from home and still be there to take in those moments of them growing up, of my 9-month-old son walking for the first time or saying his first word, is something that I value a lot. I've always wanted to stay home with them to see those moments, and having Shaklee here to help me do that and still make an income is a great opportunity. This, as Joanne said, I did put this presentation together, and the tools that they have within their back office are so accessible and so easy to use. You can really tailor it to what you want to talk about and what you want to present to your customer or to someone that you're trying to share this business opportunity with. And it's just really easy and great that I can do that from the comfort of my home. Working from anywhere. My husband and I love to travel. We are constantly at his parents' or my parents' house when all of this isn't happening. And knowing that I can take my phone with me and work from my phone has been great. When all this ends, it'll just be easy for me to pick up and get in touch with a client or get in touch with a member of my team, and I'll be able to help them from anywhere. I don't have to keep inventory in my house, which is a big selling point for me. I don't like having to do that and ship a ton of stuff. So cutting out the middleman and just having it sent straight to the customer is a great aspect of this business. Getting paid daily is also something that's extremely important. Having 2 small children, I never know when I'm going to have to run out of the house and grab something that they run out of or that they need. And especially during this time when it's a little bit more financially hard for my family, knowing that I have the ability to get paid daily and have that there for my family and for myself is extremely important. And then ever since I've been in this community, I have noticed that the training and the mentorship has just been above and beyond. The mentors are always available, and they truly want to help you, and they truly welcome you into their family and make this community so welcoming. And really, really, it's been awesome to be a part of that. Sharing is rewarding. This daily cash has come up yet again. And like I said, it's so nice to know that I can help people share with this health journey with them, and know that there's going to be something that I can use for my family, for my kids. My husband is a very hard worker, and knowing that I can build this into something that will potentially become another income for my family is also great, looking at the long-term vision. The Shaklee Stimulus Plan. When COVID-19 started, they rolled out this plan, and to help out during this really hard time, you can join for $25. You get a free website for 3 months, and you get paid daily. There's also a $1,000 guarantee of income and the opportunity to earn an extra $20,000 within 2020, which I think is just awesome if you really want to take this off the ground and just run with it.
Great. Thank you, Lauren. Well done. And, you know, as a new person that's stepping up to the plate, as Susie said, where she has had I made the request and she accepted the offer. And I've even put this on her when she had to do slides that she didn't do last time. And you did a great job. With this stimulus plan, if you'd like to know more, you can ask the person who brought you. And again, start by June 30th to be a part of the stimulus plan. And when I started, I wanted $50 a week extra. I was looking at Shaklee just as something that I could do to make some extra income while I was trying to figure out what I was going to do to have a career in order to support myself in the style that my family provided me, which was on the more upper middle class level of income. And when I saw the Shaklee marketing plan, when I saw the fact that I could help people be healthy, and again, you've heard my story of why health is so important to me, and being a former yoga teacher, I said, well, let me give it a try. Let me see if this will work for me. And the Dr. Shaklee philosophy of the golden rule was very important to me, because I wouldn't want to treat someone that they wouldn't like to be treated as. So I thought it was such a great philosophy of being in harmony with nature and good health. Next slide, please. This also really kind of expanded my thinking quite a bit from $50 a week extra. I saw, and I said, you know, let me make my first $50. Let me make my first 100. Let me make my first 1,000. And I kept adding zeros, is what I keep saying. So that 5 kept going from, you know, 50 to 500 to 5,000 to 50,000, and looking at the 500,000, which is the top of the leaderboard here, which is for presidential master coordinators at 588,000. There's no glass ceiling. The only one calling the shots on how much income you make or we make is based upon the person sitting in your own seat. So you choose what you would like to see happen. These are possibilities of income that you could achieve. And I was very focused on creating a full-time career income for myself and my children, as I was the sole support of them in terms of income. I had no alimony or child support. So I really had to make my career income work. And I've not had a 9-to-5 job. Shaklee has been my sole source of income for many years, and I'm very grateful. You know, Dr. Shaklee said, if you have a dollar sign in one eye and you're half blind. If you have a dollar sign in both eyes, you're totally blind. So, but yet, as Carolyn will say, it's not money that's so motivating, it's lack of it that is really motivating.
Yeah. Yeah. How does it impact us? And I think that's where the value of really considering a whole family, like if we're talking to someone, who else is around, what's going on, because it makes it so much more, we have so much more opportunity to connect with people if we know what their story is. And it doesn't mean we have to be prying but we're interested. And by being interested, we may very well find out a different profile of what's happening in the family. For example, there could be someone that we're talking to whose spouse is involved in the airline industry or the hotel business or in hospitality. And that may not show up right at the beginning of the conversation, but we can start connecting some dots, because if someone is involved in the hospitality business, their worlds have been significantly impacted. They don't have to say it, you just know. Their worlds have been significantly impacted, and not only impacted for today, but think about the future. Who knows what kind of security there is in the profession that they may have had 2 months ago or 3 months ago. So there's a lot of questions that are going on with people. And I think that's a part of what we can do is just be in an inquiry about what if, because the conversation about creating an alternative source of income 2 or 3 months ago for some people would have been, everything's fine. But I think that's an open conversation for most everybody now. And if not for them personally, certainly for someone in their lives, because there's not the same kind of security and stability that there had been in many, many kinds of professions. So we just have a lot to offer. And I think it's up to us to just be curious. And as Pam started out by saying, creating trust and creating a relationship with people that we can be someone that they can trust.
Well, the other thing too is, for example, Lauren and I, as we got to know each other, we had a lot in common. We could probably, continue all the stories. We haven't even shared half of the stories that we have. And so that was a commonality. You realize that, you feel more comfortable with people who have similarities to you. And that's where the comfort and trust comes in as well, when you share those kinds of stories. And that takes time. We use the phrase 6 times makes a friend. It's not on the first conversation. It's on the second and the third and the fourth. And one thing I have found is when I've worked with new builders, they felt they needed to sponsor everyone, even if there was no connection and it wasn't comfortable and they didn't even like the person. And that's not the way this is. You have to say, who do you want in your home? Would you invite this person into your home? Is the question. Would you want your children to meet this person? Those are the kinds of people that you really want to. So for new people that are beginning, they just think they have to have everyone. I've had some crazy stories over my time and the length of time I've been in the business. So be authentic to yourself, be true to yourself. And then when you're that way, the other person identifies. All right. Gary Mendelson and Dawn, thank you. Gary's and the guys are going to be stepping up more. They've started a mutiny, everybody. So I'll applaud that. And I look forward to it. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Night.
All right. Good night.
Thank you.